Hello everyone, how's it going? Remember to sub and like, trying to get this channel to 2K. So, short summary of what's been going on before we get into the real story. Helldivers 2, it had a clause that was going to be implemented soon where you would need a PlayStation account in order to access the game. You need to link your Steam account to your PlayStation account, and there are regions in the world where PSN is not available, which meant that Steam was starting to auto-refund people despite the amount of time they played on the game. Of course, this was met with massive backlash. The developers encouraged you to voice your concerns to Sony, and eventually they reversed this decision. But a lot of people were worried about Ghost of Tsushima. Now, Ghost of Tsushima single player won't need a PSN account in order to access it, but the multiplayer, which is Legends, will. And it's become, you can read it right here. They're starting to auto-refund people who have pre-ordered the game, but don't have the ability to make a PlayStation account within their region, and now they're starting to delist the game entirely in regions where you cannot create a PlayStation account. So you can see here, these are all the regions where you can't make... Wait, really? You can't make one in Puerto Rico? Wow, that's actually a little surprising to me. But, yeah, these are all the areas where you can't make a PlayStation account, and thereby you can't buy the game. It's not even just the multiplayer, it's the single player as well, despite the single player not requiring a PlayStation account to access. So, yeah, it seems that the issues of Helldivers 2 is becoming widespread. I don't know why they're doing this. Like, the only logical reason is to inflate the PlayStation numbers, but it's still not worth it, in my opinion. Like, is it worth it that much that you're basically making it impossible to buy your game in these regions unless they sail the seas? Like, you're just encouraging people to do that. Why not just, like, even if they just remove the multiplayer section, allow people to buy the single player. But even then, is that player boost in your PlayStation numbers so important that you're willing to do this? I can't imagine the amount of investor money that you can get possibly through inflating your numbers would be so massive that you would delist the game from all these regions. Or maybe I'm wrong. Maybe investors are really stupid and they don't really know what's going on. Because if I was an investor and I'm on Twitter or YouTube or anything, I would be aware of this and be like, okay, how much of these numbers are a lie? It's just very confusing why you would even go through with this. It's like, Sony accounts are notorious for being hacked, and the fact that you would have another account required in order to access a game just means you have another security vulnerability you have to deal with. Like, it just, like, I have yet to see any type of plausible argument, at least from an official security expert, who stated that having multiple accounts linked to a single account somehow enhances security. Like, as far as I know, it actually decreases that because you need to put in a username, you need to put in a password, then you need two-factor authentication through an authentication app, and it's just like, you need to create all these other hurdles, and chances are people aren't even going to do that extra level of security. They're probably going to put a very poor password, or a password that's easy to remember that they used on multiple accounts, or a burner password. And then the problem with that is seeing that it's linked to your actual main account that you do care for. You see all the issues that come with this. But at the same time, it's like, I just want to know why Sony is doing this. Like, what is the reason, outside from inflating numbers, that it's so grandiose that you have to enforce this type of policy? I don't know. I don't get it. I'm not a Sony executive, so I can't know what they're thinking. But at the same time, as an outsider looking in, and based on all the evidence that's provided to me through security experts, through PlayStation customers, through PC customers, all of this, like, what is, like, the smoking gun here that makes it so vital that you need a PlayStation account? I mean, the other option is they just make it optional. They just say, hey, if you link your account, we'll give you, I don't know, a free cosmetic, or we'll give you free in-game money. Like, I don't know if the Legends multiplayer has in-game money, but give them cosmetic items. Say, if you link your account, we'll give you 4 cosmetic items for the classes in the Legends multiplayer. Something just optional to do it. But that's my opinion. Tell me what you think in the comments below. This is a shame because Ghost of Tsushima is such an incredible game. I platinumed this game. it is exceptional. The main story campaign is absolutely amazing. And to see it burned this way is just so disappointing. Not to mention Helldivers 2, or maybe, like, there's a rumor God of War Ragnarok is coming out this year, and you have no idea. They might reverse their decision again and say, oh, well, now single-player games require a PlayStation Network link. If you don't believe me, they won't do that. Look how fast they were willing to rescind the Helldivers 2 situation. So I wouldn't be surprised if they do that down the line, and then it just creates another issue. But tell me what you think in the comments below. Like, dislike, your choice. Bye.